Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Well, hello you guys. And yeah, I've got my head covered because I got on my summer wig here until, the trip. Then I'll get my other curly Q that's just like the last one that had finally just bit the dust on me. So it's going to take a few days for this style to relax, and then the curls will be fuller. But anyway, this is what it looks like right now, and I don't like it, so I'm covered up, okay? Anyway, well, today was a day. It has been years since I have spent over 5 hours out. First, I went to the liquidation store. That's a long story. Then I had to get to Menards. I did not get the chicken manure simply because I wanted to get that black cow, and I didn't think both would fit into the back seat there since all that other soil is there. And I was correct. Once I got that black cow in there, once the guy put it in, I saw that there would not have been room for that big bag of chicken poo. So I plan to go back probably next week after they unload all the soil out of my car. I'll go back and then I'll pick that up. But in the meantime, first of all, the announcements. Number one, while I'm thinking about it, Renee Theodore is on his way. So look for him Monday or Tuesday, hopefully. I have to look at the tracking on the receipt. I couldn't see, so I didn't look at it. And now I have to find the receipt because it's way down in my bag somewhere. So that will give the exact date. But I would assume going priority, it'll probably be there by Monday, no later than Tuesday. So look out for Theodore and take him out right away when he arrives, and he'll be in the post office in the box, that same box that you saw in the video. Now mine, Theodora, I'm going to take her to the greenhouse on tomorrow. I meant to start hardening off today, but I was so tired when I got back home. I said, forget this. I'm staying in. So I've been in filming. I filmed for my other channel. And so then I was on the phone. So now I'm filming today's channel. Well, the DT store is right next to the post office that I was at where I shipped, which is only, like 3 minutes from my home. And so when I left out of the post office, I was like, let me go to the DT store, which I always do anyway when I leave the post office. So I went. And I got up in there, and when I got to the gardening section at that particular DT store, most of the gardening stuff was gone. I mean, they had a few pots, gloves, that type of thing. But what I saw when I first got there, they had like the holiday section, like for the 4th of July and stuff. So they had these ice buckets for $1.25. They had these ice buckets. And I was like, wow. They're made out of the same material as your cups, but a little bit thicker. You know, the cups you can buy that you drink out of, but it's a little thicker. It'll last for a while at least, like the plastic cups. And they were $1.25. They had only 6 of these at the DT store that I was at next to the post office. So y'all know, I grabbed all 6. Okay? And then I was like, these will work good. I said I could drill holes at the bottom. Which I'm about to do. I can drill holes at the bottom, and these will be my pepper containers. I said I could probably put 2 peppers, like especially the ones that I doubled up that have been together anyway. I can fill these with soil, so I am going to get at least 2 bags of that soil out the car. I'll just roll the cart up to the car and drag them to the cart, and then just, I'll open them up right there and pour the soil in the cart, get it amended, and then be ready to plant my peppers. I'm thinking they would survive in the greenhouse. They should, but I don't know. Then I thought about even the green beans. So I bought these 6. I bought these 6 for the peppers. So then The other thing I bought at that particular DT store, I found this. I said this would come in handy. I don't know how long it's going to last, being $1.25, but this is going to work for those tubs that I have in the greenhouse, you know, if I need to, you know, do any raking or whatever, and for my garden tables. This is going to be perfect. I like the wide handle of it, so I bought that. And then I loaded up. Well, actually, I didn't load up, but I bought 6 of these. I have 4 of them here, but I've got 2 more that's a lighter green. And these are those little watering things. So when I go on my trip, I can, instead of worrying about my plants, I'll fill these up with water, and then I'll just stick them in there because they are slow release, and that'll at least keep the plants alive for the 3 days that I'm supposed to be gone. Or 2 days. Let's see, the 4th is on, I think the 4th is on Saturday this year. So we'll leave that Friday, and then we'll probably come back that Sunday. So technically 2 days. So I bought those. And then here are the other 2 right here. Yep. So I said 6 should be enough because I already had, you know, I had bought those, I think 4 from the back earlier in the winter or earlier in the spring. And then they had just 1 of these, so I just went on and got it just to get it. You can never have too many clips. And also, I decided, I said, let me go to the other DT store up the street because it's up at Baldwin Commons, about 2 minutes away, but it's in the next city because the first one is considered Auburn Hills, and so right up the street where the Michaels and all that is, that's considered Lake Orion, and it's only 2 minutes away, but it's a different city. So there's another DT store there. That's why I'm thinking they're probably gonna make that Joann's that's on my side of Michael's. We'll probably end up with 2 Michaels within 2 minutes of each other. I hope not, but it's possible. But anyway, I went there because I said I could use some more of those. Tubs. I went there and they had so many I cleaned up. So I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. I bought 10 more of the same color. Because I was like, the price, you just can't beat it. I can use these for like my dwarf sunflowers. Technically, if I want to use them for the green beans, I can use it for the squash. So I don't have to use those crates for everything. And that's going to save on soil and whatnot. So I just went on and bought 10 more of these. So altogether I have 16 of these. And then for a few herbs, I said maybe the French tarragon or whatever else. I bought 2 of the red, and they had other colors too. So don't sleep on these, y'all. I think these are the perfect size for your smaller plants. I could get an okra in one of these and just set it on the floor of the greenhouse. I don't know. I might put the cucumber in there. I don't know. But I loaded up on these, and I said, okay, 18 is enough. But believe me, every one of them will be in use. And like I said, it's not going to take, I figure, a half bag of soil for each one. And so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And then I don't have to use all those crates. And I can take some of that soil that's already in the crates and put them in these pots. So tonight, I'm going to be busy drilling while I'm sitting here. Okay. Then at the other DT store also, they had the tags. They had so many tags. I bought 5 of them just because I just bought 5 packs. Because y'all know I already bought some earlier this year and I still have some new packs, but I bought 5 more. Because the ones I bought were the taller ones. These are the shorter ones. So I went on and got 5 packs of the shorter ones to round off. Because I spent $20. I think I spent like 20. It was, wait, let's see, 6. Yeah, I spent less than 20 at the other one. I spent 20 at the one. Okay, so I left the DT store finally, but that was productive and cheap. So then I went on to Menards, of course. I went to Menards. And so while I was there, I went in to get exactly what I said I was going to get, with the exception of the chicken poo. So I did get the water hose. That's in the car, and I'll get that out tomorrow. I was not able to get the most expensive one because I went overboard at the liquidation store, and so, but I bought a medium type water hose. I didn't get the cheapest, and I didn't get the most expensive. The most expensive, the cheapest of the most expensive was $79 with the heavy duty, but the most expensive was over $100, and you know Menards is cheap, so you know that's a lot of money. But I went with the medium, and I got 150 foot, which I know will come to the front, and you know it'll handle the back, and it's medium duty. It's a very good hose, I thought. And then I bought another nozzle to go with it. Although I have two nozzles, but one of them leak. The other one doesn't leak, but I think this one's a little better because it's heavier and it has a few more settings on it and everything. So I just went on and bought a new nozzle. So that way I have two good working ones that don't leak compared to, you know, having the one, you know, just one. So I got my onion sets, and there's a few in here that are sprouted. So I'm gonna plant out. It's like maybe 4 of them I saw in there with sprouts. I'm gonna go and plant them 4 sprouted ones out and just see what they do this summer. So maybe one of those tubs will be used for the 4 little sprouted ones. The rest, well, not even the rest, but some of them will go into the, I'll be planting those out in the fall when I do my garlic. So at the end of July, I will be putting these in the seed starting trays so that they can sprout up for me. And then once they do it, I'm going to put as many as I can because I'll have room over the winter. I'll probably use one of those garden tables and then just plant them out after I plant out the garlic for next year. And then I'll plant the onions right with them, and we will see what they do for me next year. So, and then also, I saw this. These wasn't there the other day. A package of 5 shallots. And I think they were like only $2. And so I went on and bought the shallots. Now, these are going to be planted out tomorrow. I'll probably save one, that biggest one. I'm going to save that one. No, I'll save 2. I'll save the big one, the biggest one, and the smallest one. I'm going to plant those out with the onions next fall. And then these other 3, the medium, and then the 1 small one, it's 2 medium and 1 small. I'm going to plant those out now and see if I get any shallots. Probably won't because they're still in the onion family. So basically, and then I bought a few supplies at Menards because they were cheaper, like gloves and things that I needed there. And so that was it. Okay, now on to the other announcement that I forgot about. Okay, so I did the announcement for Renee and the onions. I mean the Piper nigrum, the pepper. Okay, the other announcement, the Grow Club. They finally sent our notice. So our plant sale is going to be, I believe, next Friday. I know it's next week. I believe the plant sale is next Friday. Now I have 4 hours of volunteers, so I'll get 4 free plants this year. And then the rest of them are $1. So she sent the list of the plants. I had no idea what was what was seeded because the seeding part was during the time I was having the cataract surgery and recovering. So I knew I couldn't go to that. And so that's the reason why I had no idea what they had transplanted. So, I mean, not transplanted, but seeded. So we have, and you know, my eggplant died, my little fingers. Well, they transplanted little fingers, egg fingers. So, I mean, eggplant. So I'll be able to have those this year. I'm going to buy 2 of those. And then, what was the other one? It was another one. Oh, the shishito peppers. Woo, the green ones, like what you had last year, Renee. So I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to look at the tomato varieties. I'll probably get some tomatoes. And there's some other pepper varieties too, other sweet pepper varieties. and then also some bell pepper varieties. I like yellow bell pepper. I don't like any of the other ones. So if there's any yellow bell pepper, I'll get one of those. And if I see some squash, I might get a squash or a cucumber if that's in the pile. So that'll be it as far as what I'll get from the Grow Club. Oh, and then we're going on a field trip on the 10th, I believe, the day before Mother's Day. That's next Saturday. We're going on a trip to St. Joe's Farm. And you guys saw that day I was at St. Joe and I showed y'all. Well, we're going to be touring the inside. They're going to have food. It's going to be like a potluck and stuff. And then we're going to tour the farm, and they're giving us free strawberry plants. So I definitely plan to go to that event. And so we'll get free strawberries. I think they're giving us like 3 or 4 plants. So that will make up those white strawberries that I lost. That'll make up for that. So that can start off in one of these tubs too. So, yep. So I am just happy, happy, happy. So I'll keep you updated. And you know, I'll be filming at the plant sale after I pick what I got to get. We have to bring our own container. And we get first dibs before we start selling to the public, which will be the following week. We get first dibs, the Grow Club members. We get first dibs of the plants, and they have plenty. And hopefully the Detroit Grow Club that came through last year, remember when they came and brought all those plants, those tomato plants and stuff, I went home loaded because they had too many to even give out, and they needed to get rid of them so that they wouldn't waste the plants. And that man drove a big semi type truck all the way to Pontiac, and we helped him unload. And we were donated these plants. So anybody off the street, people from off the street was coming in and getting plants. It was too many plants to even think about. That's how I got those green zebra tomatoes last year. And so, I know they planted some San Marzano and then like your Amish paste. And I said I want to learn how to make tomato sauce. So I may grab up some tomatoes because all I planted was cherry tomatoes. I planted the black cherry, and then I don't know if the chocolate sprinkles is a cherry tomato or not. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it might be a cherry tomato, but there's lots of varieties. They planted, the Grow Club seeded up cherry tomatoes and regular tomatoes. I won't go with the green zebras again, but I'll go with the Cherokee purple. I know they did Cherokee purple, and they did a few other varieties. So I watch Grow Joyfully extensively when she speaks of her tomato plants. So if I see any tomato plants of the variety that she has tested out and recommended, that's what I will get, you know, 1 plant of each. Because I can grow them right there in the greenhouse. So I'm going to stuff it this year. Believe me, I'm overdoing it. And so the only thing I will need to, they're going to have cabbage. They have cabbage, red cabbage, and I think Savoy cabbage. And what else? It was just so much. So now when I go to Pelly's, I will just, we have herbs too. So I'll look and see what herbs we have. I know there's going to be basil, so I'll grab one of those. But when I go, and Pelly's is open, y'all. Pelly's is open. But all they have right there are flowers. When I passed by today, I was at the red light, and y'all know I looked all the way through that greenhouse, and all I saw was flowers. But the tables are set up for the plants and herbs. They got that set up. So as soon as Mother's Day is over with, I will be there that Monday, the day after Mother's Day, because the farmers will be coming in with those herbs and other plants. So I want to get that French tarragon. That's my number 1. And the mojito mint, because last year I missed out on the mojito. I had the opportunity, and I thought, I'll just go back next week and get it. Shoot, that was it. And they didn't have any more coming. So I know if I see mojito mint, I better grab it. And then the French tarragon, that came in, quite a bit. But, after I got that second helping of French tarragon, they had no more. So for the rest of the summer. So I'm definitely going to be grabbing up those 2 herbs, and that's probably it for me. I'm not going to grab anything else from Pelly's, because I didn't want to have to buy anything this year. But I'll buy that French tarragon. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I plan on loading up with those. I plan on buying 3 of those this year instead of just 1. I want to have a lot of it so that I can, get it dehydrated and processed And I will have, in fact, the French tarragon from last year, I still have some of it. Not much, but I have some. I use it sparingly, but I want to be able to use it freely because that is some good stuff, y'all. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to get off of here because that's about it for today. But I just wanted to show you my haul. So I will be back tomorrow because tomorrow is greenhouse day for sure. I'm going to be transplanting the green beans because they are stressed. Some of them are. I'm going to be transplanting those on tomorrow. I think they'll survive in the greenhouse. And I believe I'll probably put those. I'll see if I want to put them in a crate, but I think the green beans may even do good in one of these tubs. I have enough of them here to where I can, put whatever, in the tubs here. So, but I am going to get those transplanted tomorrow. I think I'm going to wait on the peppers. Those are doing pretty good. They're growing, but I know everything is ready to go out. Oh, that's squash. I'm going to put one of the squash in the tub and then I'll wrap it with the tulle and set that. No, I better not set it on the table because we still could get a freeze before it's over and done with. So, but I can leave it in the greenhouse for now because it hasn't flowered yet. I need to get one of the ground cherries at least planted out because my ground cherries are flowering. The pineapple ground cherries, I got flowers. So I'll show it to you tomorrow. The one with flowers, that means it's ready to produce. So it's time to get that thing into its permanent spot so it can take off. Okay, so I'm off of here, you guys. And so I will talk to you guys later. And may God bless you all. See you tomorrow in the greenhouse. Bye-bye.